This is the exciting one, right? The moment of truth. Like Louis is the pad one now the master, right? That's what I've been waiting for because MarineLorD and Louis actually practiced together a lot. They scrimmed a lot in the previous EGC tournament. Actually, I think MarineLorD almost exclusively ended up scrimming with about 80% of his time was split between Puppy Paw and Louis, right? And we see how that paid off, right? Those are typically top players mixed in with Beastie as well. So I'm curious if he's been able to learn something because I think we've already seen that Louis can be Beastie's kryptonite. But that's a different style of play. Louis thrives on that late game. MarineLorD is more about that early dominance that ekes out an advantage. And I think that's the big question mark for me. Can Louis the best at that playstyle in a BO5?
I think it's going to be really hard, but I'm looking forward to seeing which games Louis can win. Um, there have to be moments of weakness in MarineLorD's draft, I think, for Louis to have some opportunities. And you like Louis is also drafting, so maybe there's moments of strength in his draft where we'll see the matchups. And if he can get the right draft with the right situation and he plays well, I could see him taking some games here. MarineLorD though, really hard opponent. I think he's playing super clean right now, I feel like, and he seems unstoppable in a lot of his games. So
Yeah.
it's hard to see the route forward for Louis, but I think if there's anyone in the scene who can do it, like Louis is one of the few, right?
You think? I feel like the draft has put him at a disadvantage here, and it's not often I
Yeah.
say that with Roos in the picture, but we did mention this earlier. Remember the Roos versus Abbasid game, that first series? Who can forget? Because our brains are rotted after that one. Abbasids, I was saying in that series that on maps like Dry Arabia, Abbasids actually do really well against the Roos because they have variability options to block onto the second TC. They get good second TCs of their own. They trend into cast lays very well with composite bows that can counter out a lot of the plays from the Roos. So
Mhm.
this is a nice start to the draft from MarineLorD. The rest of the draft, I actually love it. Like he's got such a really well-rounded draft for the map draft by Surfshark, right? Like we've got a lot of interesting picks in here. China or Mongols, even English, all great picks for Socotra. He has got China or HRE for Archipelago. Water Drake, I wouldn't be surprised we're looking at something like maybe Japan there. You could even
Yeah.
maybe imagine a Mongol pick. China, possibly some sort of Barbican Rush type plays. Hill and Dale, you've got China. Mongols has been actually doing reasonably well there. Even a classic one like H3 works. So
Sure, we could work on Hill.
yeah.
Yeah.
On the other side, Louis got a little bit more of a question mark here in the Order of the Dragon pick in particular. Iabids can work. I think that's a Hill and Dale pick because people discovered on Hill and Dale, Iabids have a more optimal castle timing than Dry Arabia. Because on Dry Arabia, you have to, in some cases, double outpost with arrow slits. But compared to walling your high ground in Hill and Dale, walling's actually cheaper in idle time and resources than the alternative. So that might be where he's leaning. I hope he's saving Delhi there, though. You remember Hill and Dale Delhi, right? Like back when that was in tournament meta, it used to be HRU Kings, and then Delhi came along and knocked their teeth out.
I think my biggest question with Louis' draft here is what does he do on the water maps? Like
Yeah,
MarineLorD has 2 water maps.
that's what.
I guess
Water
Malian's for
Drake's kind of weird.
Socotra.
Yeah, Water Drake's kind of weird. I think this is a zone pick for
Archipelago
Water
though.
Drake.
What
Yeah,
about Archipelago?
I am ignoring
What
that
does
on
he pick?
purpose. I'm legit ignoring that on purpose.
I would have assumed Roos if I looked at this draft. Maybe he's just save
Ah,
Roos for Archipelago, but
Order of the
now
Dragon.
with
Roos is
I
actually like
see.
honestly, Roos kind of sucks on Archipelago now.
You say
Yeah.
that, but I would still say it's his best water civ. And Archipelago, you just need to be
Yeah.
able to play water. Like, uh,
We've seen some intriguing Order of the Dragon plays on water. I think Holy Island definitely
okay,
works for them, but Archipelago, I agree, is still a bit of a question mark.
I
But you know what? Let's solve the question mark. Whether Roos is unbeatable, it makes it through into another series of Master of Realms. This is typically the
mhm.
most banned Civ in competitive AOE 4, but Team Elephant's LoueMT has got his hands on it. However, General Mate's MarineLorD is here to the rescue to dunk on them because Abbasids actually have a pretty good time in this matchup. Let's get into it.
Yeah, even going a second scout right away,
Yep.
just to help deny the bounty. I mean, it's kind of standard against Roos for players to do that, but Bastards are kind of one of the civs where it doesn't feel that great to, especially because you're not really sheep reliant, so you're not even like massively benefiting from it yourself. It's more of a denial stage. Like, it's more for just the denial, right? Whereas like maybe China, for example, might appreciate the scout at some point, or HRE, for example, just because they would use the sheep right away and benefit immediately economically. So
It
we'll
can
see
work
here.
out to additional resource starvation, though, is the thing to highlight, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
you
it's
gotta deny,
interesting
right?
because I think the advantage you get here compared to any other matchup is other civs, like let's say you were playing French against this, you went two scouts, right? You'd have to bring a scout home to drop off sheep. You don't have to do that as the Abbasids. You can just prioritize sending it straight to the hunt and gathering sheep on the way. So it's actually kind of intriguing. Like Delhi and Abbasids can sometimes just come out with more sheep than civs like the French because of this.
Yeah, and you don't need to return home, for example. Like, there's a lot of advantages for these civs. But yeah, 2 scouts, and we'll see how much Louis gets. It looks like he's stopping at 3.
Ooh, this is an ugly start for Louis. He hasn't touched any. He hasn't scouted the deer at all. He's going to discover it
Wow.
now, but at this point, MarineLorD might just start making gremlin noises as he giggles to himself because he took pretty much everything from him.
Yeah, and he's gonna get to the back tier
Oh
first
my
as well of his
god.
own. So MarineLorD actually gets 3 packs essentially here. We have to see what's going on in the north actually. Oh no, okay, never mind.
A little bit of a contest. So he did get some gold there. West side one
So
was already sniped out, right? So like this is pretty grim. He needs to find wolves fast. He hasn't even got enough for a tech up, let alone wheelbarrow, and he's about to
yeah.
have the food required for feudal.
There's a whole song about this.
Hmm.
3
Ironically,
scouts.
the guy who would sing it about his own is singing it to Louis in this game.
Well, you'd think MarineLorD would know best about how to do this to his opponent because he felt it so emotionally and raw, right?
I think MarineLord's like, can I get a bounty system as well?
So
Like,
he's
this
got
is a good game.
yeah. So he's got to 216, but a no wheelbarrow roost game is rough. That always feels bad.
Especially
off
this
the bat.
spawn, right? Because like if you're having to TC drop the south side, like look at what's already happening. Like the only upside for him is that MarineLord did not go for a military wing play. He's actually going culture.
And the Kremlin comes down in the back here. Really interesting position. So just gonna cover the gold in the wood.
Yeah, the
Not
culture
really
wing
defending
is,
the hunt in the south though.
yeah, culture wing is interesting, by the way. I said all today I thought military wing was overused in this matchup, and I kind of stand by that, especially with spawns like this, right? Like a melee wing would still struggle to block a roost player, a reasonable timing roost player, from reaching a TC on that south tier. But culture wing instead of eco wing is kind of perplexing. I guess like if your goal here is fast castle, it makes a lot of sense, right? You do get that big discount.
He's
And
on stone.
yeah, well, you're going to go second TC either way, right? But like you go second TC
Oh
into
wait,
fast castle.
he changed his mind. Oh
No,
no,
he's
no,
going
no.
stone.
It is.
He's going.
He's going.
Chill,
He's
you're
going.
right.
Okay.
Believe in yourself.
I
But
saw the 2, and then it went to 0, and I was like, wait, what? Yeah, so it looks like he is going to go to stone. Probably a TC on the left by the gold in the hunt, right? Because Roos
you
might
could
give up
play
map
it.
for a bit.
You could play it tighter potentially because like Roost, there's a risk they go knights and they auto you out here, right? Like you clip 7 villages quickly, which means once that happens, knights will dive in and get kills, right? But if you're near the primary base, it's a lot safer. And if this is a fast castle build, that definitely makes more
You want
sense.
50?
Yeah.
So what? Just on the berries
I think you put it on
on
the
the
deer
left?
to the north, maybe, or the berries on the south.
Way up there. That's such a. I
No,
wouldn't like
it's
50s
not that
down
far.
lower.
It's retracted as, and it also bridges his base, right? Then
Yes.
you can't 360 rotate as Louis.
We'll
The
see where
interest-
MarineLorD goes. Probably the north, right? I think you might be right.
Yeah, and it's like it's optimal for a walk distance with your stoneworkers, right?
Yeah,
Because
they
you,
can immediately build it.
exactly, because like otherwise, where do those stoneworkers go? You're going to move them up to the deer anyway, aren't you? So you know it kind of gives them a purpose where you keep the woodworkers working on wood because scaling archers isn't a bad idea here. The interesting part, though, is I usually like Trade Wing instead in these type of games if your goal is fast castle. The reason it doesn't work in this matchup is that you're against knights, right? Like any time you're against a knight-based civ in feudal age, trade feels really bad.
And so Louis is going to get that info, but MarineLorD also sees the TC. I think now he knows he can build the TC on the hunt, on the gold, right? Maybe he goes in
Yeah.
the north still.
We're
But
going to get the blockers. We might get the blockers. Ooh.
his own scouts there. This is.
Yeah, but the club and that sheep, I don't know if I'd say that helped Louis.
I don't think he could have fit there anyway. I think it's going to have to go anywhere else.
You'd be surprised. I've really recently I've been
thinks I could fit
shocked.
there?
Sometimes you get like a kind of overlap where it's pitch perfect. It's kind
to
of
the
crazy
wall.
just how generous it is. And there you go. Yeah, so defensive TC. Maybe you could build a few archers here as MarineLorD, but it genuinely wouldn't surprise me if this is now just fast castle.
Yeah, he's gonna have that cheaper age up to work with, and with
More than
Ruse,
that.
your initial landmarks don't give you like a ton of tempo right away.
Yeah. It's
So
actually
a
more than
Bassett's could
the...
do a lot here.
Yeah, it's more than the tech savings, though, if you think about it, right? Because fresh foodstuffs now is a huge difference between the two TC builds. And
Mhm.
then Golden Age will be kicking in, which is another big difference. Because, once again, like, what does Roos kind of hate about these fast castle builds? There's a lot of good things, but the bad thing is your positive to your economy is wood-based. And that has no relevance in a Castle Age race.
Right. Stable coming down though for Louis, and I think he built that after the scout left, so I don't think MarineLorD's going to see it. But he already has a barracks, so
Yep.
he's correctly guessed.
And wall going up as well. So once again, everything he's doing here is about blocking a 360 rotation because that offers more ganking opportunities to the Roost, right? So this wall in the front and the right, and then you've just got the TC that's kind of blocking the back left side.
Mm-hmm. Really smart and clean play so far.
Yeah, and like I'm looking at the additional Woodlines pass, right? Like when we get into the mid game, that left side is ripe for the walling. I feel like Louis doesn't really want this to hunker down into a too deep of a phase. I think he needs to play with some urgency here.
There's still some exposed vills though, and the Knights are going to get in on the north here for sure. And be in a really annoying position too, right?
Initially, right? But the whole idea is you want MarineLorD to now overinvest in spears, and then you surge archers.
You just cancel that range.
He did. I wonder what he's thinking. Maybe blacksmiths?
Castle Age.
Nah, you got 400 wood. Like, spend it somewhere, right?
A
Oh,
dream?
okay, there you go. No, this is a ball play.
Wooden
so it's
fortress
wooden
on the board.
fortress with hunting cabin. Yeah, that
I
makes
see.
sense. So 275 wood. That's why he didn't finish off the archer range.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not even actually producing more archers right now. Like,
Or
that's how
knight. Yeah.
thin he is on the timing.
Yeah, and just one knight to tank the boars still. Yeah, this is
I mean, I
a
bet it still
big
isn't...
boy wall. That's where his wood's going. Wait, now he can't. Oh no, he can't afford it. Yeah,
okay,
he
I
can.
bet you it still isn't level 2 Bunty after this.
You think it was that low?
It was pretty low. Maybe
got the hunt
maybe he
in the
gets like
north and his-
255, maybe? No,
Let's
I
get
think
a
he's... I actually think he's
bounty
like
check.
235.
Let's check it. Let's check it.
Oh, I was 10 off. 225.
Wow.
I don't know
That
what
was a
it
good
is
guess.
recently. I've gotten really good at anticipating like bounty checks without looking.
You're in the system.
I'm
You've
watching
hacked the
too
mainframe.
much AOE
It's your
IV.
brain size. It's too large.
You know what it is? It's all part of the persona to make me seem like the expert on roofs, so that when I say the hunt system needs to be reworked, I now serve to lose the most, right? So there we go. Yeah, we need to rework the hunt system.
Agreed. So military wing though coming in. That's gonna be 2 camels. That's gonna be really nice to get
It's really
early on
strong.
here. Yeah, like the archers aren't really gonna be enough because the camels just have so much raw stat initially. Until Roos really has a
Yeah.
lot, and the knights are going to be heavily hindered by this.
Well, this is the thing that's really nice about this build, right? This build that MarineLorD's doing is really good against Ibids as well. It's been annihilating Ibids. Because you just come in with the tech up. Camel Riders, not just do they beat Knights, they beat Camel Lancers as well, right? Like, it's such a good, well-rounded unit. And it's why, like, Louis' timing just doesn't work, right? Going Knights like this works against greedy TC players. The moment MarineLorD dropped one that close to his base, this play was doomed to fail. And now, with half of his pocket money going into a feudal attack and half of it going towards a castle age, he's going to be completely behind.
Yeah, but he is on hunt on the map, right?
Yeah.
So he can get eco techs, and he has really good income behind this, right? So his castle age isn't that far behind. In fact, if he just waits, he can click up in like 30 seconds.
There is a bigger problem here, though, right? There's 2 Camel Riders. They deny the Knights. They can actually also deny your Relic gathering, right? Like, Abbasids, I don't know if you noticed this, but recently Abbasid players have started to notice that they do actually have religious buildings. I know, right? It's a crazy development. They didn't realize it for 3 years, but now they've started to actually do moss drops. And like, I could see a double moss drop being really strong here for MarineLorD.
Interesting. We'll see, though. MarineLorD is up to castle age. The camel riders are in. The high trade house gets placed. The scout gets sniped. And the spearmen are on the move. We have a bit of activity now, KP. Some stuff is happening. That is not a good high trade house position.
I mean, look at his alternative. He runs
Let's
all the
get a
way
gold
far
check.
north, right?
What do you think it is? What do you think the gold is on
that's gonna
80?
be 89.
I'm gonna go 90 then.
Oh, you're that
I'm
guy.
gonna put. Well, you've done it the last 3 times we've done the check.
No, I didn't. Look, I moaned
you
about
went,
it,
oh,
and
I'm
then
gonna go right above you.
Yeah. You're like, oh, you're a pussy, and then I added another 30 onto my score, right? And I still beat you.
Whoa. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
So boot camp coming through. MarineLorD already scaling into knights, and the walls are coming up. These walls are broken, by the way. I do not know why, but for some reason, they build quicker than standard palisade walls.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, that's
I
not
don't.
good.
I will never forget that until it gets nerfed.
Right. Okay.
I don't know, maybe if it was just like you built normal walls and then you had to pay 1 or 2 extra wood to upgrade them to fortified, it would make more sense to me. Like, there's no downside to these things.
Well, the downside...
Don't you go there.
Like...
Don't you even say it. I know where you're going. Exactly. You were going to say that they can't build stone walls. No one cares. By the time stone walls matter, Rus are a mile ahead.
Just saying.
Final word in there. I got my morale victory.
Yeah. All right, Phalanx coming in, Blacksmith upgrades coming in, Vet Archer coming in on the side of Rus, however, so gonna kind of counter out those spearmen pretty nicely. The cavalry mass, though, growing for MarineLorD as he adds more knights to the fray. Interesting compositions.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
Vet Archers is interesting, and then he's queuing up. It's for the 8 archers he has, and now he's going crossbows.
Yeah,
interesting.
because the weirder part is like I was worried that he was going to go like I actually either way with this, right? Like MarineLorD.
What is this?
It's a ram. Calm down. Like those walls are that broken.
This
but,
is
like,
a dream, though. Come on.
But the weird play here is like, you know, MarineLorD, if he sees what Louis doing, he just scales archers. Oh, Relic.
He's gonna get
Saviors
saved.
arrived.
Nice.
And
Alright, can we check the high trade house?
That was a single mosque, by the way, right?
It should be
Ooh,
110.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
All right. That's a bit higher than I would expect it. Can we look at that again? There's a lot of straggler trees around, right?
On the south side, is there like
I
a
guess.
small... one other tree.
Wait, but he killed deer, so he's part... That's why. Okay, that's why. That's level 2 bounty now. We were too late.
Oh, yeah, he's level 2 now. So, what was it?
Oh, not yet? What? All right, yeah, Rus needs to be nerfed.
That high trade house gives 110 Gs.
Does it count trees that haven't been fully destroyed? I think it does, right?
All right, let's count together. How many are there? It says on the UI 34.
Are we old style ballot counting here?
I love to count.
1, 2. The rest of the game is there's just giant deciding fight, and we're just here. 34.
Yeah, I found that, and there's a 35th tree. Okay, let's see it. The ram knocking away. He said, "Ding dong, your Uber ride is here. Your DoorDash is here."
Look at that. Ram almost dies before the wall. Rus, what about
steers just for you.
Louis, the replacement gate. That was actually really well played.
That was good timing.
MarineLorD's got like a... MarineLorD does have an eco advantage though, right? It's not just the golden age, it's also the fact that like relics are galore here. It's going to be... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, west side. I was about to say it's going to be a 4-1 split. Louis just snatched one right from underneath MarineLorD's monk.
But he doesn't live. MarineLorD is on the way with his army. No. The army is here.
It's fine. Believe in the power of the monk. Wait.
Dude, this dude is so donezo.
Dude, I'm
so dead.
I am this monk right now where I'm like, the Royal Rus army will protect me. I am under the king's Where's the army?
Well, we saw what happened to kings, so maybe the king is dead for a bit.
Yeah, Louis just doesn't want to come out. He's so scared right now. This is what? It's basically just spearmen, right? Like, you'd think he'd be able to contest this.
Well, he got Vet Archer with 18 archers, so he kind of can, but at this point, it's one of those situations where the overkill is so extreme, and, like, it's just a lot of micro. It's kind of, it's annoying. He's going to have to do this, though. 125. The bounty goes up. Or the gold goes up.
What a reasonable balance of.
And the heist is in. That warrior monk is. That was so funny. He was healing and getting pushed.
I think he just turned the corner, lol.
He was doing an inspiring dance for the squad. Third TC.
But I heard range units are OP. I'm confused. Spearman.
Who are you
Lancer
talking
charging in. Oh no, Louis. He can run
Oh,
past
the
him
army.
here. He can just
The
run
army.
past him. I'm surprised he's not just going around and let the Spearman
army?
through, but it doesn't matter. He's just going to A-click it down.
I don't know. That's 16 crossbows. It's still a lot
Yeah,
of
but you've got
damage coming
horsemen,
out.
right? If you dink the wrong unit, you do no damage. Like, that's the problem. Louis can't even turn around.
The militia are called. The gremlins are here to save the day. Everybody in the gate. And
This is now just a Pokemon battle between Pidgeys on both sides.
gremlins.
Militias, yeah, it's Spearow versus Pidgey. One has Militia, one has Spearman. Fight.
And we'll see. The Relic is on the ground here. Is there another monk on the way from either player? There's a warrior monk right on top of it now. The heist is in.
And
Can you convert? No, you can't.
I'm waiting for it. Dun, 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 dun. Can we check the Militia timer? Because they're about to evaporate. I think they got 15 seconds left max.
And then the turn comes, right? Wait, oh boy, he is.
Yeah.
You gotta move these archers away. Oh, and the raid, there's not enough space at the inn. The knight gonna get a lot of damage here. The gremlin's about to pop, which means the archers will be completely exposed to a lot of cav.
And now you die. Straight
Wow.
away, the horseman. Turn around. And run it down mid. Louis
This is
completely out of position.
What was that? That was such a Looney Tunes moment. It's like he completely forgot. He had no idea this could have happened.
You know what that was? That was like, you know, the Looney Tunes where they're wearing like a puffed up muscle suit full of water, but then they get stabbed and there's a leak. And they're like chasing like, yeah, no one can fight me. And then all of a sudden they're noodle armed. That is exactly what just happened.
I mean, it really did feel like a Looney Tunes moment. Although, honestly, trading kind of okay on the south side here. The
Well,
north part
mainly
of his
because
army...
MarineLorD's army has chased after 3 crossbows.
Is that a ram on the wall again, by the way?
Yeah, it's back. Wait, oh no, horseman?
Nope. Just 2 horsemen.
I
just
like that one
hanging out
horseman
vibing.
that has basically become one with the wall. Right?
I am
like
the wall.
Yeah, he's like, to overcome the wall, you must become... Oh, he's left now.
So MarineLorD with a slight Vil advantage with 3 relics, but Roos does have passive gold income to kind of compensate here for the relics. And yeah, 9 farms too, a lot. That is a great call out. 17 now. The transition for ML going great.
By the way, we never highlight like that. We talked about that TC getting raided. That is the 3rd TC, remember. So MarineLorD is going to scale an eco lead now. It's a good news situation that Louis is at least able to pull back a 2nd relic here. Otherwise, he's going to get fully eclipsed. But yeah, it stays in the game. Remember, MarineLorD doesn't have eco wings, so those farm transitions are full price. Didn't have that extra level of efficiency.
Okay, and the Vils are coming
Knock,
forward
knock.
to repair the gate because, oh no, we're just going to build a new wall.
You know what would be nice right now is having a few archers to shoot those villagers building walls in front of you. That would be nice, right?
What's a ranged unit? Why make those?
Can you build those?
Not with Abbassids, no. I heard that it's impossible. They never learned composite bow technology.
You know what it is? MarineLorD's like, oh, I've got all these villagers and I need to micromanage them. They need to go to the right place and give the resource perfect. That's too much APM. So he's like, my army needs to be A-click.
I mean,
Very
Horseman
efficient.
Spear has been effective for a long time. It's not a bad composition. MarineLorD showing the prowess of it here. And he just bought his way up. He just used the market a lot, I think.
That's exactly why he needed a Spearman Horseman army, right? All that trading, it's his APM again. Knock, knock.
Hello? Where's
Anyone
the army?
home?
Where? Louis? This is a lot of horsemen.
It's a Saka Bluey moment. He's going to chase over. The Horseman going to strat. The second wave is going to chase to the right side. And Louis, he's going to be 20 villages behind and an entire age behind here. Wait, no, this is bad. Look at what MarineLorD's doing. He's pinched him on both sides. There's nowhere safe.
Build another gate. He's going to do a ring around the rosy situation.
Back into the waiting arms of the
Oh,
Horseman.
the counter raid, though, is really good. And the Stonewall gets denied there. Something that the Roosvilles would have really liked about now. Would have been a Stonewall to call home. And honestly, this raid killed a few Vills, but this was a lot of army lost. And that was a lot of horsemen going down. I don't know how
Louis
effective. It was exciting, but
Yeah, Louis not in a
Effective?
position to punish him now for a tech up is the other thing, because he went mass spears. Like, he's completely in his own
What the
base.
heck?
It's
What is
fine.
going
They'll
on
win
there?
eventually.
Pull out the shivs, boys. We got
Uh-oh.
an intruder.
Oh, they brought more friends. Can I just highlight how dumb villagers are?
Why?
You'd think
They
that,
have a
like,
hunting
after
bow.
they kill a horseman, they'd be like, wow, that spear looks really sharp considering all the holes in me. I'm gonna pick that up and stab someone with it. Nope.
Interesting.
It's a spear. How hard is it to use, you know?
All right. So do you think MarineLorD's doing like a no range challenge?
I think
This
so.
game?
Like, at this stage, why would you even go range? You're in imp now. Wait. Guns? That's so dishonorable in a duel, Winston.
He's not training him.
Spears. More spears.
Oh, one camel would be so good here.
There's somewhere. I don't know where. Like, there are 2 camel riders.
Not in that fight. MarineLorD is setting up for the long game here against Louis. Going for the big stone walls across the map. He's going to be... With this stone wall setup, he is giving up one of the sacred sites just initially. And these fights are not going well.
Got it. Let me write that in my notes. Running horsemen into spears bad. Oh, wait, no. But now they're elite. So we've, like, similar to, is that hot? Should I touch it? We've got to try again, right, Winston?
I don't know. If I see the boiling water, I don't know it's hot until I touch it with my hand. Full
Yeah.
in.
That's like
Just-
science, right?
That's how you check the temperature of boiling water is what I
Yeah,
did.
that's Schrodinger's bath, right? Because you throw the cat in the boiling water. You don't know what's happening unless you can see.
So he's going to go for the raid again. He's just going to try playing full horse spear here. 3 hand cannons in queue, though, so the challenge has been abandoned.
That's
Not
illegal.
that there was one, but
Do we just default win Louis now for that?
I think it's an admin win, yeah. That's what I heard.
Yeah. MarineLorD, we went into this tournament, we went, MarineLorD, we get it, you're the chimp. You brag too much, so you're not allowed to build range units. He's like, I was stupid. Right? And that he built 3 hand cannoneers, right? Yeah, like, you know how Dota 2 has the whole 3-2-2? This is going to be the scandal, right? Free HC.
Okay.
Free HC is the new nickname for MarineLorD.
And in comes biology, so these horsemen are going to be essentially fully upgraded pretty soon.
Ooh,
Just
group
lacking a
processing
few
on the way as
blacksmiths.
well. Yeah, big gold vein secure. So we
Oh,
are just going to
Marine's
be
30
flooding up
built.
to 40 hand cannoneers now.
Yeah, I mean, if he has the gold income, he does have the 8k on the right, like you just said, so that'll help. But yeah, no, it's kind of awkward if you're in Louis' position. Like, you've just been dealing with these horsemen, taking better trades over the course of the game.
Yeah, and it's like
Not
tough.
significantly, but a little better.
But it's like also tough for Louis because like these walls are just so underwhelming. I mean, honestly, like who would ever call them overpowered? Just look how easily you can burn through them with all these spears.
Exactly, yeah. It's like
No.
you really need stone walls, which is why you would go Spaskaya against this.
And then lose, yeah. It's-
Yeah, and then lose, but that's okay.
But you know, like
At
you
least you have
live
walls.
5 minutes longer because you've got double defensive
Yeah.
landmarks. So.
Exactly. Oh, and the
Let's
raid
see.
is back in. Some of these vills were hurt from before, but Louis, sharp as a stick, he's quickly noticing.
Sharp as any of these sticks, there's a lot of them in this game. So he's going to be able to hide. Keep going
You
up
know what I
over
mean?
here.
I forgot the term. What is the term when someone is sharp? Like
Sharp as
it's-
a knife, sharp as a
No.
dagger, sharp as a tip, sharp as a...
sharp as a rock is an insult. right?
Sharp as a sharpie? Like, what we... you had all these options.
I meant sharp as something, and I forgot. He was just quick. He was quick. That was quick. He quickly noticed the raid. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Oh wow, the crossbowman taking the fight. Kind of.
Don't
outside
worry
the walls
though,
a little bit.
the hand cannoneers are gonna win. They actually might. There's just so much meat to the push.
It's smart because it's a lot less overkill with just 2 hand cannons.
Yeah, that's why he picked the bastards. Iabids, like Louis drafted Iabids, right? Iabids would have been dumb here. Definitely would have been overkilling those spearmen.
Yeah, that's not very sharp. Chat is honestly just spamming a lot of phrases. It's really funny. I've been reading
Yeah.
it for like.
Don't
the
read
last
out all
second.
of them.
All right, so I like to count. So let's go. Sharp as a towel, sharp as a razor, sharp as a sphere, which I think is clever. That's a good one. MarineLorD is sharp as a brick. Nice, beastie. Nice.
Sharp as a green apple.
That's a good one. Sharp as a ham. That's just what came to my mind. Sorry, my brain.
Sharp as Dumu's perfectly bald, well-rounded head. There you
I'm
go.
still kind of. Speaking of Demu, I was about to say I'm still kind of in that archipelago. I'm still locked. I'm still eternally trapped by that.
If MarineLorD loses this series, that will be his excuse as well.
Oh man, I mean, Roos is gonna be shoring this up here though. I'm not. Well, actually, maybe not. That's a lot of hand cannons.
Yeah, like Castle will go up. That's gonna reset the movement. Like that is actually buying time. Louis up to 14 Streltsy right now. The bigger issue for Louis in this game is going to be gold. He did secure the 8K, right? But like, if this does go late enough, this is the best trading civ in the game. That can easily happen. And he basically is about to have enough resources to get imp again.
I mean, but still, Louis just keeps taking better fights. The Horsemen just not really pulling their weight here. I mean, they're doing their job, they're raiding, and they're keeping Louis occupied, but they're not really winning the game at this stage. And Louis has been trading and just killing them. Look at that. 3,000 higher is the destroyed value. Like,
it's wild as well because the civ that should be playing Horseman is playing Spearman. The civ that should be playing Spearman is playing Horseman.
Yeah.
Mango shot. Not too bad. Oh, wait, I've got it. As sharp as a 2021 Springald. There you go. Those things were pretty sharp. Did they used to have 120 base damage, right? It was 120 or 90.
On what?
On Springalds. Was it 60 base? I felt like it was higher.
It was, I think it was 60
base. Did they have a higher attack speed though? Something was different back then, I remember.
They just didn't have bonus damage, and they were just like insane against everything. They just killed everything, it felt like. I don't know. I've kind of burned the memory of that out of my mind. The stats. I'm glad.
But if you don't remember the past, you're not doomed to repeat it.
Oh,
like
my legacy. My legacy.
Dude, like AOE IV is still gonna be going 20 years from now. Winston's gonna be in the retirement home, and someone's just gonna introduce the Giga Springald. He's like, not again. Comes out of retirement.
Do you remember? This new young generation of whippersnappers keeps not thinking about what happened when I was a wee boy and Springalds were the terror of the town.
I can already see how this is going to go. I remember back when the Ottomans had the Gilded Great Bombard.
The Gilded Great...
Gilded Bombard? If you think about it, is the Great Bombard not just a gilded cannon?
Did MarineLorD forget about the blacksmith? He's got 3 upgrades.
Wait, we got camel support in the way.
That's a pretty cool tech. It's going to be good for all these spearmen. Because they are needing that to survive. And the sacred sites have been captured. We talked about this earlier. The stone walls for MarineLorD don't actually cover the sacred site very well. So it's pretty exposed, and MarineLorD might need a whole new batch, but stone a bit limited at this stage. There's only a couple mines left, and not really being prioritized.
Doesn't have much resource control right now. It legit is just that west side corner. Like even the
and
trees
it's
are
getting
running
raided, right? There's a lot of pings.
There's a lot
on
of
the
pings.
left. There's a lot going on over here. Oh,
what?
Okay, we missed that going up. All right.
This is Horseman flood for you though, man. Like this is the thing. Like this matchup is meant to be. Not necessarily this matchup, but in general, Roos at this stage of the game, it's meant to be Streltsy, Horseman, right? He's trying to switch it now. The reason they do it is Boy's Fortitude makes them better, but what makes it better for the Bastards is just the Roric eco power, right? Like this has the highest food gathering rate at this stage of the game, right? When you consider the improved processing, when you consider the agriculture and Golden Age.
And we're about to see traders, I think, from MarineLorD. I think we have a line of markets on the right corner, which...
We also have Camel Archers, by the way.
And Rams coming in as well. This is sweet. Fully upgraded Camel Archers are a zesty choice. I love to see it here. MarineLorD really making good use of all of the unique elements of the Abbasids here, as the Rams are going to not just quite take that down, I think.
Gulam's is interesting, by the way. Like, it makes sense against Spearman and Horseman, terrible against Streltsy. I think a lot of players have been looking at Gulam's and Imp again because of Ayabids. Ayabids in particular is the S-tier standout unit of late game.
But Louis just barely gonna get this gold back, I think, in time.
Yeah, he's starting to run a bit dry.
Yeah, he needs to get these vills onto the gold, which looks like he'll be able to do now. But MarineLorD at a comfortable 200 pop. Units in queue behind this. The Horseman raids finally Louis crossing his to the other half of the map for the first time since the Feudal Age. It feels like. There were a couple raids in Castle, right?
Yeah, a little bit of tickling here or there, but nothing is
Still a
firm
bit
to
of a
strike.
tickle. Yeah, nothing. These 4
Love
horsemen,
this,
though.
by the way. We've got medical centers in. Kind of an underrated tech. There was a really cool change that was made where it works with TCs now. I've even seen a few players dropping TCs on the forward just to use them as a rejuvenation point.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like that tech.
And is. But what is that fight? Louis! Where's his army?
Yeah, this is boot camp hand cannoneers too, so it's like they kind of get a little advantage. And if there's a camel nearby,
What? It's
nice as well.
Does Louis need to recharge his keyboard? Something's going on here, man. He missed production for a very long time there.
No gold.
No, he had the resources in reserve. He queued it up just now. Like he could have been queuing Spearman Horseman at least, but he stuck down to like 15 military and had nothing in queue the entire time. Yeah, something went wrong here. I think his brain got a bit scrambled here, right? Like, this is a very unorthodox strat from the Abbasids. Camel Archers is something we have not seen in the late game for quite a long time.
I mean, the unit benefits from so many techs that once you are fully upgraded, it really does become a strong unit. He doesn't have Incendiary Arrow yet, which is going to be a big damage upgrade for them once he does get it. But he did manage to clean up the Blacksmith. 6 minutes left on the Sacred Site 2 KP. What are we witnessing?
We're
MarineLorD is
witnessing
dominating.
MarineLorD dominance, exactly, my friend. It's pretty surgical execution. We mentioned the Ambassadors in this matchup. I actually have a pretty cozy time, and MarineLorD give a presentation that past that early game, every part of it is comfortable for this Empire.
Wow. And just like that, MarineLorD closes out game 1. Really decisive. It kind of felt like the entire game he was just building to the end game, right? It felt like his entire early game strategy was containment, a little bit of raid, make sure his units don't come across the base, and then just be Abbasids in late game. And guess what happened? He was Abbasids in late game, full pop, like with every single tech under the sun. He was even setting up trade while pressuring the enemy's 8K at the same time. That's like a surefire way to make sure the game doesn't go super long, right? That's an end game winning move, and MarineLorD played just super well there.
Yeah, the comical part about this is the Bastards right now seem to focus around Feudal and Castle Age range units OP, yet we just saw melee units OP, let's wait for range for the full punch. And now, well, we get into a battle of the range boys here. English versus Malians for game number 2 of the map draft by Surfshark on Socotra. And this is an interesting matchup. I've been pleasantly surprised by the Malians. I'm tempted to say they are the best or second best Civ on this map.
Yeah, we've seen them picked a lot. The pit mine gold just seems to like help keep your gold safe, because it seems like gold is one of those really insecure resources on this map for a lot of civs. But I feel like longbow punishment here. Like, I feel like we could just see Council Hall, honestly. I just think Council Hall from MarineLorD here could really change how this gets played. And we're diving in.
Let's see if he plays it different, because we've seen a bunch of English on Socotra, and every time that Abbey of Memes seems to lead to a nightmare, not a dream. Let's see if MarineLorD can show us something a bit different. It is a Malian English showdown on one of the most claustrophobic maps you will find in competitive Age of Empires.
When Demu builds the Abbey, it's the Abbey of Queens.
He is a fabulous little Lizzie. We love him. But when MarineLorD
I'm just saying. Just saying.
Like, what is it when MarineLorD builds it then? How do you say king in French?
Roy, R-O-I, I believe.
Is it legit Roy?
I thought so, right?
Abbey of Roys.
I thought it was Roy. I think it's Roy.
So dumb.
I'm like 90% sure, but like I could
just
actually
love this
be wrong.
idea
No,
that every time a king comes out, you're like, here comes Roy. Roy the first, Roy the second, Roy the third, Roy the fourth, Roy the fifth.
that's not. No, it's like that's the term king. Like Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
guess it
I
would be
know, but
Roy.
like,
Yeah, I don't
but
know.
no, but
I don't know
like
how
we
they
don't
would have
name.
said it in
Well,
Old French though. It probably would be different in Old French.
is it Roy or Roy? I don't know. Like I feel
Could be
like Roy
Roy.
sounds
Roy.
way too British, doesn't it? Good
It's not
old Roy.
Roy. It's not like Roy, like ROY. It's ROI.
It is. It's Roy, mate. It's a British person saying it.
Yeah, Rua. So
Roy.
sassy.
Roy.
Yeah.
Roy.
Yeah,
You
there's
gotta
a,
have more
it's like a
phlegm in your
hard.
voice.
Yeah, it's like a the sound.
I don't know what that noise
That's the
was.
French. It's how the. It's the
That was the
French.
toe color noise right there.
It's the French. All
Okay,
right, moving on.
I'm not even going to explore what that one was deeper. Anyway, the reason why Malians feel really good here is the back spawn in gold is guaranteed. It always happens. Sometimes you do get scammed a bit on a full surround, but overall, like that is what makes Malians feel really nice, is the fact that you actually can't gold starve them at all. We have seen some Mongol picks to try and solve for that, and funnily enough, actually, MarineLorD did have the Mongols, so
Oh,
wondering...
those kings. Ah, Abbey
Oh.
of Roy's.
Abu Khwaiz is coming.
Rah.
So that when he
Abbey
turns
of
up, you can be like, rah. Um, I think the play here, though, this is fine. The problem is if it's then a TC. That's where it's all going wrong with English right now. I actually think double Council Hall would make a lot more sense here. Or Galley. Because then you can guarantee he can't gather gold, right? Actually, the more I think about it, the Galley play is really underrated against Malians because other civs can outpost the gold, but the Malians can't.
They can. It's just awkward.
Another way of saying that is it's bad. Yep.
It's just tough. I kind of wish this was Council Hall. I'll be honest.
Oh, no, it's 2TC. Okay, so guys, chill. Sit back. We are not seeing... I can't believe... Like, I feel like we're at a stage now where we actually want to see council halls. We're so bored of Abbey Kings.
I mean, it really swung, right? Like, it was the Abbey of memes for a very long time. Like, I think it's good that we see a slightly different play style, especially in competitive play, personally. I think, you know, seeing the Council Hall every single game, it got old, right? It got old. So
You mean like seeing a Mansa Quarry every game?
Yeah. Yeah. The Saharan Trade Network is... That's a landmark right there, huh?
That is a building that occupies space on the map, yes.
It 100% every time will get you to feudal age.
Wow. So 100% of the time... Wait, wait, that's false advertising. What about when like people stop you building it?
Because you're trying to like build it somewhere silly. Yeah. Yeah, we don't talk about that. That's not real stats.
97% of the time it works. 100%.
Well, if it doesn't go
time.
up, then it didn't exist. So it doesn't go into the stat book.
That's true.
Right?
It's not
100% of completed Saharan trade networks get you from the Dark Age to the feudal age.
That's true.
Very
like,
comfortably, mind you. It just gets you there instantly when it's done.
That's fair, because like if you build a house but you don't finish the house, then you're not gonna sell it as a house to someone. It's an incomplete house. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we figured it out. So Saharan trade network.
King is coming.
Never happening. But this every day of the week. Donzo's queued up for the king.
MarineLorD looking like he's ready to crown himself the champion of the tournament already. And he's running around with his king.
Good old Roy.
He's a Donso. Oh yeah, Roy the boy. The boy king.
Oh no, that is Roy and his boy, as in his son, right? Because like the scout.
scout?
Yeah, he looks like a little kiddie horse.
Kitty horse?
Look, kiddie horse.
What's a kitty horse?
A little pony.
Could you? Oh, a pony.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little kiddie horse.
Oh man.
TC
And
coming
the
in.
TC
Though.
goes down.
What is that berry spawn, bud? Okay, people gotta start picking Juji on this map. Like,
That is crazy, actually. Yeah.
that's insane.
The king almost loses his life to try and kill a scout, both of which they can regen. So all of this has meant largely nothing. As the wheelbarrow comes in for Louis, that's exciting. Getting these ecotechs rolling.
You just can't accept what this series is after the first one, can you?
We're playing Age of Empires, my dude. This is the most excited I've been all week.
I'd say we need to get you to
I'm
Jurassic Grass.
legitimately excited for this game. I am excited by every moment.
Wait. Has he got any villages around here? I don't think so. Because, like, remember, short bows could finish the scout.
Oh, he does.
There they are! Get him! Get him!
Wrong town, brother. He just said like, this is not your neighborhood anymore.
And immediately into the dock now that it can't be seen.
Oh,
This
man.
is sick.
This is insane. Yeah, I like the dock play here from MarineLorD. He's got his eco setup coming in. Although I'm a little afraid that not afraid, but like Louis' economy is also getting started. He block a house spot for the outpost.
Double check.
Wow. He did? No, he definitely did.
Okay, yeah, but not on the gold that could matter, right? Because like the back gold still could be in danger. Yeah, he has got that spot there, but like by the time he reacts to it without a scout, he won't be able to place an outpost there.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, what is it? I mean, I guess the galley could eventually kill the gold, but without longbows,
No.
you're not really pressuring the front.
You
Right?
send the you can send the king and scout there to start burning it down there, right? And it's actually a Springle chip. What? Brogan?
I mean, it makes sense, right? It can deal more
Does it?
damage to buildings. So if there's no threat of the outpost,
Wait, no, it doesn't do more damage to buildings though. It does less.
really?
Actually, no, you're right. No, you're right. It doesn't.
What are you talking about?
I'm too
pretty sure
focused
the
on-
Hulk
Yeah,
does
you're
a little
right,
more
you're right,
damage
you're
to
right, yeah.
buildings.
My brain is focusing on the base damage because I want to kill villagers. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, against Vils, it's a little bit worse, maybe.
I guess like it can pick Donzos more freely because Donzos can like edge your range and push you away. It also does have more health overall.
A little bit of everything for MarineLorD. He's gonna have one of every unit now. It's a new challenge. Last game was no ranged units, no bows, no archaic missile troops, only guns and swords. And this game is one of every unit. Look at that. It's perfect. 1-1, 1-1.
Whereas Louis is going to
One.
be one type of unit at a time because this is 100% a Farimba.
He immediately breaks it. You think this is for a Rimba drop? Oh, it's
yeah,
gotta be right.
Yeah, like dude, he has no cows. That would be the dumbest Fulani ever. It would be a Fulani.
A fool, Ani? Dare
Yeah,
you say
not
that?
full.
Dare
Ani,
you
but-
say?
See
The
what we're
wolves
making.
get in on the action here. The king running.
You really
Wow.
want them to do something, don't you?
I'm just saying it's happening. Like I wonder like
When you're commentating wolves fighting the king.
yeah, the king no, he ran like a coward. The king could kill the wolves. I'm just saying. And
Yeah.
he should have. And now these spearmen know. Because the scout saw everything, right? Little
with-
Roy the boy, the child of Roy the king, the Roy man, that scout is telling these spearmen right now, hey, our guys, this guy, you see, he's a coward.
Are we sure that MarineLorD isn't actually cat? Because that would explain why he ran away from the dog. Ooh, wait, is
That's
he actually
weird.
producing? Okay, yeah, he's coming in with his own vessels now. So
Vessels? Ships are on the way.
yeah, it's gonna be a
I just
walk
like the word. Yeah, I just liked vessels usage there. That was fun.
Yeah, it's a big word for me. I'm getting very elegant these days. King diving in, and now all of a sudden a forward outpost feels bad. Like, wait, shouldn't we be
Yeah.
going into the thing that he's scared of?
Oh, and the scout, Roy and his son are gonna take
10
up a
minutes,
scout.
and
No,
still they cannot kill a
Zero.
scout.
the war canoe though in the mix.
You actually have to run
Second
away from
shot.
this. Yeah, like MarineLorD can't win that fight because it's
Yeah,
healing.
the healing.
Yeah.
Well,
He also has to be really careful because if he gets too low, remember coastal navigation gives more movement speed to the canoe, so you'll get chased. Yeah. Saving up, starting to come in, but I mean, like the thing now is surely Louis goes for the relics, right? You have to for Imba here. You actually don't have that great of goal control right now.
Yeah, but I mean, this attack isn't doing too much other than forcing ships, right? That's
Which is kind of
the
good, though,
main
right?
benefit. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you want to force ships while you're an age down, right? And not let the Farimba be the Farimba, but you're not really stopping the Farimba from being the Farimba. The Farimba is still the Farimba in this case.
So just to confirm, the Farimba
Yes.
is the Saharan Trade Network.
Close. Try again.
It's the Mansa Quarry.
The Farimba is the
Imba landmark.
Farimba. That's close enough. I'll take Imba.
Nailed that.
At least you got the part of it right.
Got the important part. That's all that matters.
All
So
right,
Archer
let's-
Mass now in for Louis. Longbow response coming from MarineLorD. Not a bad choice here with the network. especially if he feels he has enough time.
All right. Yeah, the aeroship could be a bit of a threat, but he's just going to be camping the relics, right? Not much that MarineLorD can do in this case. He's nowhere near an age up. Like, not even close to close. So it's going to be at least, what, 14-minute castle time for MarineLorD, and that's a lot of time for the Farimba to cook, right? This is... And Sofa!
Wait.
So Sofa Archer is spicy, and... I don't know about this.
I thought maybe MarineLorD would add in another archer ship when he saw what was coming along the coast, but no, he's sticking to land. And it should serve him better. I mean, Sofa is quite difficult here. Like, yes, you got a few spears, but I guess this many archers is not a great hold. And that second TC, like, at this stage, kind of becomes a liability, right? It's not exactly a strong point defense. Ooh, that's cool, though. Louis kind of forgot something important in his build here. And he's still forgetting it.
Mining upgrade.
No, blacksmiths. Blacksmith's even more important than mining upgrade.
Sure.
Right? Because like these lombos are actually going to be on your level from an age behind. We don't talk about food. Like you don't need to feed the Malian people. It's fine. Like they just eat golden dust at this point. I think.
Interesting. I'm pretty sure that's what happened in Timbuktu. Yeah.
Yep.
That was the main diet, maybe. I'm not sure.
They went for the El Dorado diet.
Oh, the archers are looping around. Got something dangerous going on. Longbow's not just yet there. Okay.
The Lombos,
quick
they're
on us,
always
though.
just there.
It sounds like an ad. Sounds like an ad for like home insurance or car insurance.
I don't think. I mean,
Surf
actually,
shark,
it's so
always
such a.
there for you.
That's perfect as a boat attacks.
Yeah, the boat attacks. The wolf. The doggos.
Animal abuse. Like, are we just yelling things now? Pink.
Yeah.
Teal.
That happened.
Bambies.
It happened. Don't mock my casting style. Excuse you. As the Sofa charge in, and then they're gonna have to retreat. I predicted that one. Oh, they're gonna. Maybe.
We have got Relic gathering now on the way, actually. So this is really good. MarineLorD's kind of boxed in still. He's still nowhere near attack up. Like, for a guy who has 1,100 food income, that surplus looks pretty pathetic.
Interesting game. This is really technical though.
Yeah.
It's gonna get really technical soon. The micro is gonna feel like this is what's gonna come down to, right? Is maybe Mangonel's first from one of the players. Like Louis could consider adding siege, but that might idle the Farimba at this stage.
It's interesting as well because like a lot of the golds on the map are on the outskirts, right? So like these boats are kind of like, you know, the fairway pirates kind of trying to block out long-term gold options in this game. It's kind of interesting for as it goes on, right? Because like they can surf like sharks anywhere around the map. And they can pretty much choose to be anywhere in the world here. This is an ambitious fight.
Yeah,
Louis,
that's a lot of longbows.
Yeah, and he's only now getting undermesh, so this is still a bad fight for him to take.
Well, if he picks off enough of the spearmen, it opens up some options. The white tower
baby.
getting placed here. We saw this with Demu earlier. Hopefully, he wins the fight.
Marrying a new king. Yeah, king goes down. But that's fine. I mean, this is actually great. MarineLorD's in a fantastic position right now.
He's got a big, like, number advantage on the economy, but we have to keep in mind the pit mine, right?
Yeah, but look at the military. Like, actually, just look at the military numbers. He has a military lead as well. So
against the Farimba, too.
Yeah,
right?
which is insane. Can we check? I don't think Louis has military academy. Like, I think the issue with this build, his blacksmith timing was so off, right? No, check the blacksmiths, because we want to see military academy, because it slows him down if he doesn't have it for the Farimba. Yeah. It's kind of forgivable to a certain extent. Like, no one really does Farimba anymore, but it almost feels like he needed to find a way of slotting blacksmiths in to this build much earlier than he did.
He does get 3 relics already, though, and access to a sacred site, which he can shore up soon, and there's a relic on the south, which you could grab as well. So his position isn't totally lost or anything. It's just... It's kind of let the advantage slip. His castle timing didn't really translate into a huge advantage. The raids didn't do too much, and now Louis has to kind of find a way to make this work against English and Castle Age, which I feel like this is where it gets really scary. 30 longbows comfortably massed. The white tower in the center of the battlefield.
And this is why both English and Malians can feel really OP on this map. The range. The map is not very big. So slow-moving units like Lombos and Javs don't really suffer that much because they can reach easily. Like, I think the only one thing that's missing that I'd like to see from MarineLorD right now is just walls, right? Like, you definitely want to wall this center pass. This is, like, this area right here, this is like you're trying to take on Sauron and you got that final charge and Aragon's leading the way, right? Like, that's how important this piece of the map is.
Oh, raids hitting the gold mines at the same time. Potentially some danger. The gold miners are idled by the ships.
The pirates have arrived. Oh, Louis, that hurts. That's a gut punch, right? Because look at his other options here. He has to either contest the center or go for a coast option. So his only option now is to win here, but that means you have to fight into the attack speed aura.
Yeah, did he get Network of Citadels on?
Probably not, because he likes winning games. Because if he got Network of Citadels, he'd lose it on the White Tower and the TC. So then you have to outpost crawl. It's like, it's very annoying in these type of games to outpost crawl. You just want to rely on the White Tower. Because like, if you lose that aura on the front line, you'll lose the fight.
Right, right.
Fun bug that. I'd complain,
Yeah.
but then again, English is imba?
We'll see, though. The population looking really good for MarineLorD now. Look at that, 160 to 100. Nearing enough stone for a keep is Louis, so maybe there's an opportunity coming up for him to defend.
That was Mansa, right? He's left the Mansa on stone this entire time.
Yeah. And it's working out for him.
Slow but steady.
That's a keep at like 25 minutes. I don't know.
Will he be alive at 25 minutes?
Probably not. We'll see, though. If he's got something to do about it, he's got something to say. The Spearmen are kind of out of position, going for the raid there, but the Mangonel shot comes in from the White Tower below. And now the Spearmen are in position. The Mangonel gonna do a hasty retreat into the mass of Spearmen.
He could just punt another shot. The village is being pulled as well. I mean, Louis, if he loses this area of the map, he's going to lose the relics as well. At that point, Farimba just doesn't really exist in this game anymore, yeah.
This is starting to look really good. Trebuchets. So MarineLorD is aware of his positioning, aware that his army is stronger, and he's going in for the kill now. Trebuchets in queue.
Probably another outpost to be crawled near that tree line, right? Like, just keep... this is the beautiful thing. Like, if you think about it, this map's a lot like King of the Hill, just not with the Sacred Site win condition, but in terms of the limitations and how good English can feel. Like, it's that classic trench warfare minus the trebuchets.
And the trees. And with that, the relics are... What's it called? Evicted from their home?
Evacuated, booted.
Booted.
They didn't pay their rent.
They're kaput. Yeah, they're rough. That's rough there, because...
Villages?
Longbows. Raiding.
Network of Citadels now on the way. So this is what I talked about, right? Like, when you need to defend, Network of Castles, just rely on it. But when you're crawling out like this and outposts start to exist everywhere, Network of Citadels is able to rear its ugly head, and it is busted.
Yeah, we're seeing it now. The Trebuchet in position. No outpost just yet. Looking for that next step from MarineLorD to close this out. The ships from Louis going to run headfirst into the waiting arms.
So like, hey, everyone on land's dying. We can die too.
He's getting the relics. What a heist.
Oh my god. I mean, he has to stand here so long to try and pick these up and pull them back. Lombo Master's getting too big.
Sprinkled there, not
this is over.
Quite able to snipe the Treb. The Mangonel, he's just waiting.
He doesn't even need it. Like, that's the thing. The Lombos will just win this.
Shoot. The Mangonel.
Was that shoot or a bad word in French? I'm not sure.
My gosh, what a game.
Yes, what a series so far.
Like that. MarineLorD is up 2-0 here.
I think we're going to have
incredible stuff from him so far, eh?
Well, I think we're going to have a 3-0 at this rate. Like, Louis, it's not that he's playing bad. It's MarineLorD's on form. And the big question mark I now have
has dropped for a moment, but it's okay. We are here. Yeah, you can see on this timeline, I mean, MarineLorD just so solid the entire time, growing with that 2TC play. And we kind of talked about it. A lot of Malians, they kind of need to... They need to make it work with regards to... Sorry, there was just an audio thing here.
Yeah,
my brain just went crazy. The 2TC play from English outboomed because usually you expect Malians to have both pit mines and cattle. And here they didn't have the cattle. So a little rough there. Without having that food income, you kind of saw why it stalled out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I believe so.
All right.
Vodka, we good?
So I predicted the last 20 minutes of gameplay. You just didn't hear any of it. No, a very interesting game actually. I think like Louis' issue now lies heavily in the draft. I we talked about this idea of a few picks that look decent, but MarineLorD has executed flawlessly so far, and he still has decent picks left over. So with him already being a match point, the other issue is like Louis kind of has to punt out maybe picks that he wanted to save for some flexibility down the line. And yeah, I said this, right? The Japanese pick, it just makes a lot of sense on this map. We've seen it in the past. The Shinobi's kind of interesting. I don't think Koka is insanely over the top. But Louis has a decent shot with this. Like, Ibids is really nice because the counter to Koka is just have a lot of docks, right? And that's something that Ibids and Bassids can do very efficiently.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna have to see how the Shinobi do here, but man, MarineLorD, can we just talk about how clean he's looking? Like, that Sakocha game was very technical. Like, it he made it look easy, but it's very easy in MarineLorD's position to slip up your positioning and to let one or two of these Castle Age units just destroy you entirely. He played that without walls. He played that with just like longbow defense and was able to always be in the right spot. His reactions to raids were really good. And when MarineLorD is playing like this, man, I feel like he's just the best in the game. I just feel like he's the best. And it's so hard to see a path to victory here for Louis unless there's something spicy for Ubids on Water Drake. You're saying multiple docks to deal with the ninjas. Maybe that's it.
Yeah. You could potentially just play land as the Ibids. It's a bit dicey. In theory, it can work. I just feel like if this turns into a fast castle game, Onimusha just kind of smash everything Ibids do as an opener, right? Like, I actually think Onimusha are being slept on in this matchup on land. Also, the way that this map plays, the eco is nice, and actually Japan can justify it more than Ibids because it's shoreline fish, right? So paying 75 wood hurts a lot. What Water Drake is more about is the military ships that can stranglehold the entire map. We'll have to see which way they want to play it, though. It is time for what could be the final game of series number 2. MarineLorD, already on match point, picks the Japanese on Water Drake. LoueMT with a well-rounded Ibids to try and contest.
Yeah, incredible stuff so far in this series and today in general. As we see how Water Drakes will pan out, we've seen this play in what, KP, like probably like half a dozen different ways. Like, this map still doesn't feel fully figured out to me, at least.
No, and MarineLorD doesn't want to make it about war. He wants to make it about economy. That's sensible here. On the opening, you'll get outnumbered, right? Because of the dot costs. That's the whole reality of this. Is the other thing he has to be conscious of. Ibids, when they play water maps, advancement wing tends to be a priority. So what MarineLorD wants to do with this type of dot placement, he just wants to kind of be a bit more greedy. He doesn't want to have to contest that timing because ever since the Koka Township nerfs, you'll always fall short.
Right. No, for sure. Yeah. This... I don't even know what to think.
I'm wondering if he could go Desert Raider. It just feels like it'll be too slow, though. Because you save, with advanced, you save, what is it? I think it's about 30 seconds off your timing. Or 37, something like that. It's quite high.
Mm-hmm.
And reminder, like, this map, although you're seeing fish, it is only short. It's never really about the economy. It's more about the military.
Right, yeah, the fish are hard to like keep track of at all times and keep them safe from both land and sea attacks, right?
Yeah.
So it's just the fish here are, if you can keep 3 or 6 alive in the early game, that's like really good. You've really done something right.
Yeah. I think the theory with Ibids and Bassids here is kind of cool from that perspective, right? It's like you can just keep shifting that economy around with dock drops to keep them efficient. I do think a Bassids is better than Ibids here, by the way. Because the cool thing that a Bassids can do when they're dock sneaking like that is they can set those up for trade, right? Because you can trade with the neutral trade posts on land, even though they're water trades. So yeah, there's some cool plays here. A few players were exploring trade. I think I saw some scrim games where we saw Chamber of Commerce coming out. You can guess how that one went. Ottomans was an intriguing one with trade, and Abbasids with Trade Wing was the other one that I was Fury crafting.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, certainly there seem to be options for this map, but let's see what these players do, because, like you're saying, I feel like you would need to survive against the ninjas if Koka is the play here from Japan, right? And currently we're seeing still just the one dock, but he's up. So
Yeah. Culture Wing on the way. So
That's so
MarineLorD,
fast.
he's being so greedy about this. Can we check? Is that 4 fishing boats? Maybe 5?
I mean, at this
On-
point, do you just not go Coca, right?
I
Like,
think I do think Coca is overrated. By the way, I 100% think it's overrated. It's not that good on these type of maps, especially considering like on a map like this where you don't have deep water fish. If this game goes 20 minutes, you feel bad that you don't have farms now, right? Like it ruins your timings. So I wouldn't be against him just ignoring it. Actually, yeah, I agree. It's probably gonna just happen because players feel like they can end the game in 10 minutes. But the issue now is with how quickly your opponent's up, there is zero value in ninjas.
that's what I was gonna say. There's gonna be an airship out, and unless you think you can get on the wood line somehow or like deny the gold, what is your Shinobi gonna do?
Yeah,
Right.
most players forget to Shunshin into tree lines as well. Like I noticed that a few times when players could just Shunshin over into the eco and they just don't. But okay, wow, he still is going Coca Township. What?
Yeah, I'm kind of panicking too with 9.
Yeah, usually it's
9
7
knows
or
it.
8. Like
Yeah.
9 is definitely overkill. But like it has to be overkill. I mean, surely he knows about this advancement wing build, right? Like this has been done for a while in pub, back when Mongolian Heights was in rotation. Like this is how Ivy's played it. So it shouldn't be a surprise to him.
He's just buying time for the second dock to go up, so he'll be able to keep all 6 ships safe. And it
Nice.
looks
Well,
like it
the
was plenty
villager
of
just
time.
got snitched though.
I think the Ville's fine though. Well,
it
you hear,
really-
oh, the dock
it-
stops protecting
Fine
it.
in a way. Like, you know, when
It
you're
looked
dead,
okay,
you don't
you
have to
looked
worry
okay.
anymore, right?
Yeah, you stop panicking. We're dead. We're
Yeah,
dead.
like you panicking is fast heart rate, and if you don't have
I
a
was
heart
so
rate,
wrong about that. I was like, oh, he's fine. Instantly died. I've
you
never been
said
more
it?
wrong.
and my head kind of like tilted, like turned as if you were standing next to me, because I was like, you sure about that,
Are
dog?
you sure about that, bro? Yeah, no, I just said it and shouldn't have. Yeah, you know, sometimes, yeah, he's fine. You know.
You're that grief counselor, like, he's in a better place now.
Oh God, dude, that's so grim. It's so dark and sad.
Second
And
dock
the
coming
ninja's
up.
on the board, but
This
there's
is
that
what will
ninja.
make him sad, by the way. Like, this second dock is the problem. Because now, like, you don't do anything with sabotage. Right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
You want to be like, maybe... Oh.
But like, were you gonna do anything with sabotage in the first place with just one dock? Like, that's kind of what I mean. Like,
With one, yeah. Like, if you're fast on the tech up, like, the play very quickly on water hybrid maps for Japanese, the meta shifted. Because it used to be that you played docks as
he
fishing boats,
housed?
right? He is housed. For a ship, anyway. There we go. But, like, if you remember, the meta switched, right? On maps like Mongolian Heights, you used to see a dock and then 4 fishing boats, but then it was just like, no docks. Because if you just done feudal straight away, your opponent couldn't do anything with their docks, right?
he wants those sheep. Sorry. Yeah, he can't do anything
He
with the docks.
needs
He's
the
gonna get the
sheep.
sheep. He's gonna get the sheep. Tiddling.
That was
Yeah,
almost more
there's-
like a Batman spinning comic noise.
No, I did like the tiddling. Like, it's like a couple bells when you get the sheep. You know. Or Batman. Sure, keep your Batman jokes. Fine. It was Batman sounds. No?
No.
No?
I'm
Okay.
over it now.
So it wasn't even that? Okay, alright.
No.
Well, the
I
sheep...
don't know what I want anymore. What I'm getting, though, is Desert Raiders. Okay, so this is cool. I theoried the idea of, like, military wing instead of advancement for this purpose. But it looks like MarineLorD already has the game sense on this to know what's coming. Outpost going up in the gold is the smart reaction. I think MarineLorD is just going to end up pivoting into a fast castle build here.
Mhm. It's kind of wild. What
Wait,
timing on this
a
works?
fast castle build from Japanese what? Well, sir. I
just
need
mean
to...
this game is. So the outpost
The
goes
whole
up
day
and
is.
everything is comfortable. Yeah, this day has been crazy, and there's still more. Think about
Still
that.
2 more series after this? Still 6 more series this weekend? That sounds like a reason to subscribe.
If that's not enough for you to thank Surfshark, I don't know what is. I don't know. You're beyond help at that stage.
I wonder if it was coincidence that we put so many water maps in when we have Surfshark as a sponsor.
I mean, it's kind of the concept of the tournament is the Master of Realms. You got to be prepared to play on these water maps. And
You know how you are mastering the realms? By existing in all of them simultaneously via proxies. Boom. Figured it out.
did you just make a MarineLorD based multiverse?
I think so.
That is terrifying. One Marine Lord is enough on this planet. You cannot just start inciting more into this world.
Oh, yo, imagine the one where he's like 6'8" tall.
I can't.
Right?
I don't know what that looks like. Marine Lord is one height and one height only.
Imagine the one where he's like, he's got a nice guy comb over and he never smack talks. Like our Marine Lord, if he said nice play, you could hear the sarcasm. But like this guy would be like, he's genuinely like, he has a Bible book in hands. He's like, really nice play. That was creme de la creme. Really good, Bimney. I love that one. Yeah, dude, I need that. Multiverse AOE IV anyway. We've got a ram coming in. Had a ram coming in.
Nah. That'd be too aggressive. He's gonna back up. And we're gonna go do it on our side.
By the way, MarineLorD does have Yumi. It's happening.
Yeah, some Yumi plays cool. It kind of sounds good in this game. I like it.
I think the play is Castle Age Yumi. Like, you rush Castle, you get Yumi. It's actually broken. That unit is not balanced.
They train so fast. Yeah.
It's
With
true Zerg.
Yeah.
You know how, like, when you play Mullins, you go Musafadi, you go Scouts or Sofas, and you're like, it's a Zerg. It's a melee Zerg, right? Yumi is the range Zerg of AoE 4 by far.
We just need a Cav Zerg now.
English Abbey of Kings mass stables. That's what I'm waiting for. Wait, isn't the Cav Zerg also just the Mullins?
I guess, yeah, Warrior Scouts. And actually, MarineLorD has enough of a force here to go for a bit of a poke against that.
It's double dock though, right? Like, you get rid of one defense.
Be hard to push.
Exactly, and it's not like, reinforcements don't arrive quick for him because he's coming far north side. So I'm kind of intrigued to see how deep in this he wants to go. It's like, I think he'd like to go Castle Age, but the issue is, if you do it, you're going to lose military advantage.
He's just going.
Full sending.
Better focus fire from MarineLorD here. He's going to take out a ship initially, but half of his ships are super hurt. He's hiding the demo, though. The arrow ships get taken out. This demo's position is really... There's no more...
I mean, Louis actually scrambling over his own shipwrecks to try and get back past that choke point for the kill. That was so well microed by MarineLorD.
Yeah, and he didn't lose anything, right? Like, that was just clean. And now it can go back, repair. Well, he's going to build a forward dock now to get better repairs going.
Wait, I found the best multiverse. It came from chat. In the multiverse, there is a universe where Pate is the professional esports player and MarineLorD is the pet. I didn't really need MarineLorD on a collar visually in my head. But now I've got that and a guy in a giant cat suit sitting at the PC. I can't get away from this. What are these Yumi doing, by the way? Are they genuinely just
You can't just change topic. What the heck was that? No. I'm not letting you just talk about Yumi again. You cannot just move on like that didn't happen.
Oh my, what a weird day. Anyway.
You can't just do that. All right, moving on. Let's see the Yumi now. Let's see the Yumi. What were they doing?
They're just sitting there. I don't know. I think he thought this was going to be a land assault, and that was going to be his reaction. But now we're just back to mass springholding.
Well, I think it was going to be a land assault until Louis saw the reaction. You saw him cancel the ram and the range. So I think it was a good play from MarineLorD to be prepared for this attack. And now we're going to back up and think about Castle Ages, right? But
yeah.
Yumi
mass to support here, by the way, isn't a terrible idea. Like, Springald ships have, what, 3 ranged armor? So your damage is heavily reduced, but it's the piece that can put you over the top and chase down. Yeah, Junks have 1, and the Springalds have 3. So, like, it might be a method for sniping out the archer ships so that his demos can win the fight. He's got more demos on the front line. Look at this. Dog drop.
Maybe.
Yeah, wrapping around.
Those repairs.
There's no way you get
left, though.
Yeah. This lone ship has definitely been noticed. Louis, crafty idea. Maybe he can deny the dock. If he gets the villager here... Oof.
MarineLorD's just so quick.
The problem here is Louis is gradually losing,
Ooh,
right?
The demo! And we all lose our minds because that was crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounded like the driver of that boat had a stroke and then just crashed.
Yeah, that sound wasn't the best. But you know, it is what it is. The demo had a big hit.
Yeah, dock was cancelled though, right? I think he did get the villager on the front line as well.
Yeah. some vills getting pulled to the front. Did you see that? What were Louis vills doing there? Where are they going?
Are they shoreline
Repairs?
fishing?
Are they just repairs?
No, they're repairing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this choke point's important, right? Like, in a weird way, because it keeps MarineLorD back from flooding, but I also feel like it's hurt Louis here. Because he keeps sticking one boat on the forward, and then the rest can't support. So he's just losing a boat for nothing in return each time.
Well, on top of that, yeah, the trades have just been insane, right? Like, as you said, for that reason, look at the destroyed value. I mean, 670 more resources in it, like, essentially a water mirror where the ship count is roughly the same, is crazy. Well, actually, it's not the same anymore. This lead is starting to really grow on the land, and
We're back again.
Sorry, on the sea, which is also land on this map. But now we're on the sea. No, now we're on the land.
When
but
do we
it's
get
the
to
sea
air?
because it's the Drake.
Wait,
I don't know.
So the
I don't
Drake
know.
is the air?
Wait,
Because we've got two. Like, what's the air unit? Yumi.
the Shinobi.
Yep. If we'll ever see one again.
No. The Ram
Probably
though.
not.
The Ram though is interesting. What defense does MarineLorD have? He has 9
He has
and a
an
dream.
outpost. I think he didn't build a second one. He might react to that now, though.
Well,
So
does
it's once
see,
again,
he
just
doesn't
straight
see
point.
this.
Ooh, demo.
Not quite gonna connect.
How did that not even scratch them?
It says MarineLorD. He's just built different, bro.
Okay, so
And
Ram's
in comes the
moving in.
Ram. MarineLorD will see this. Does he
What do
have
you think,
enough
Bill?
Yumi though? He's gonna have to train
Oh.
some. Trains 3 horsemen.
He has to go horseman because look at his blacksmith techs. He messed up. He didn't realize what Louis was doing, so Louis is going to be 2 techs ahead.
Yeah. And
Great.
this is gonna stall out his land attack because he's not, or sorry, his water, his naval attack because his land attack is going. Or does he go for the poke now? Because I
Wait,
feel
but I
like
thought-
MarineLorD invested in water. He needs to win it, right?
But I thought the sea was the land and the land was the sea.
Yeah, that confused me. So I want to go back. I don't want to do that anymore. It's too much, you know. And here we have
Well,
it.
that's a lot of sea.
MarineLorD.
17 springles to 8.
At this point, should he like flank?
A-click? Just attack the dock, maybe?
Should he flank though? Like half of his ships can't fight. The blacksmith gonna get canceled. That tech didn't finish.
Okay, so he doesn't have undermesh. He's up against Steel Arrow, and that's a lot of archers for horsemen to deal with.
I think he was teching
Fleet retreat.
Steel Arrow.
Archer ship?
Ooh.
Oh, finally a semblance of a good hit there, but it's still an overwhelming lead here. 15 to 8 springles.
Yeah, but if he's not able to use it in that choke point, then what difference does it make? He needs. I kind of want him to go the other way, honestly, and just cut off the fish. Like hit the land. Like, do you know what I mean? What if he just went left? Has this been considered?
So you want him to go right.
What?
That's what I'm hearing.
No, I want him to go
Because
left.
when he goes right, he
Oh,
can
the
do
demos.
no wrong. Demos are in. And that is going to be the hit he needs.
What, boss? That was crazy. Louis was not ready for that. Maybe it's because he's diving the woodline? The land is being stretched a bit thin here, but I feel like MarineLorD
I mean,
at
it's
this
just Rams.
point...
It's
But I feel
literally
like
just
MarineLorD...
Rams.
At this point, can't MarineLorD just A-move? I think you're right.
Yep. And it's not enough dock escalation on the front side now. You see Louis queuing up more demos here, but yeah, MarineLorD is paying full attention to this, right? Like, the land pressure is just Rams hitting buildings. If it was something diving, it could distract, but I feel like this is just not going to cut it. More demos coming in to counter out the defense fleet. And that means the dock is going to be falling soon. Finally, the archers commit in, but it may be too little too late here. Horseman tanking, and the archers behind. Louis can't do enough damage here. He's fallen behind.
Oh my gosh, and only one Vil kill in all of this, which I think was from the Dock Vil, right? So it's like not even losing a Vil to this entire attack, and wow, Louis just has to tap out. What an incredible game for MarineLorD. At first, I kind of thought in this mid-game section, I kind of felt that Louis had the upper hand a bit. Like, he had a slightly smaller navy, but he was taking decentish trades, and yeah, he was losing a few more ships here and there, but his position looked good. He had a better army. He had rams. What just happened? I feel like Louis just fell apart with the micro, wasn't able to pay attention to the land and the demos at the same time, whereas MarineLorD was quick enough to be able to handle both and do so masterfully. Like the dive on the woodline, getting no Vils. Like what? That's incredible reactions and planning for MarineLorD. Great game from him. Like really good game.
Yeah, I think MarineLorD, the use of Yuumi is correct as well. When you play them in Feudal, it's all about horsemen. The Yuumi are a support unit in that composition. That was played really well. But, overall, the draft to me was just much better from MarineLorD. I think he got actually like a complete outdraft well, not complete, but a very clear lead. Louis had one or two strong picks, but it felt like there was an answer for every map. And not just that, but MarineLorD's execution on each independent map was flawless. There was very rarely even a small mistake there.